Namaste friends, I am Jayalakshmi Ravichandran signing in on behalf of Magic Needles. This is letter T in Filet Crochet. This is a cursive capital letter. How to work Filet Crochet, that is the basics of Filet Crochet, and how to work Chainless Foundation DC are available as separate video links in the description box below. Here the odd number rows are the right side and all odd number rows are read from right to left and worked. Even number rows are read from left to right and worked. To begin this fillet, we need to have 20 solid squares or 61 DCs as the first row. Second, third and fourth row have one solid DC on either side with 18 open one solid square as on either side with 18 open squares in between them. And then fifth row, one solid square, 11 open squares, 3 solid square, 4 open squares and 1 solid square. Sixth row, 1 solid square, 3 open squares, 1 solid square, 3 open squares, 1 solid square, the rest are open squares ending with 1 solid square. Seventh row, 1 solid square, 9 open squares, 2 solid squares, 3 open squares, 1 solid square, 3 open squares ending with 1 solid square. Eighth row, 1 solid square, 4 open squares, 1 solid square, 3 open squares, 2 solid square, the rest are open squares ending with a solid square. The ninth row, 1 solid square, 7 open squares, 2 solid squares, the rest are open squares ending with a solid square. The 10th row, 1 solid square, 5 open squares, 2 solid squares, 2 open squares, 2 solid squares, the rest are open squares ending with a solid square. The 11th row, 1 solid square, 7 open squares, 1 solid square, 3 open squares, 1 solid square, the rest are open squares ending with a solid square. 12th row, 1 solid square, 7 open squares, 6 solid squares, 5 open squares and a solid square. The 13th row, 1 solid square, 4 open squares, 1 solid square, the rest are open squares ending with a solid square. 14th, 15th and 16th rows are having 1 solid squares on either side with 18 open squares in between them, and the 17th is 20 solid squares or 61 DCs. Thank you friends for watching. Have a nice day.